You are my doctor.
Now she singing Jesus or she singing her husband?
I don't know. She said, I don't know. My God, we'll see. V-Day's just around the corner.
Man.
I buy shot time.
Okay, speaking of V-Day, I got a question. Can I ask you right now?
Can I ask my question? Can I ask my question?
Ask your question.
No.
I get to ask my question?
Yeah.
So my question is, this is for the, what you call it? What's the new segment?
What does Amber think?
What does Amber think?
I gotta write that down.
So
you did.
Amber, what do you think about, what's your thought on singles on Valentine's Day? What are some good ideas, and how do you get out of the single on Valentine's Day blues?
I mean, you're not saying I got the blues right now. I'm just like, no, I'm just like, but I mean, I think everybody has maybe a friend or something. It doesn't have to be. It can be the, somebody of the same sex or whatever. It don't have to be that of the opposite sex. But go do something. Well, I mean,
do it.
Yeah,
do it.
Like we
do
say,
it till you satisfied.
No.
Like like Pastor Lampkin was saying last week, you don't have to, you show love all year round. So one day doesn't really change anything. Just like I love my nieces and my nephews, so I buy them gifts.
Yeah. Why do
me, Amy, and Jonetta, we buy each other gifts every year.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought it up, because why do we equate Valentine's Day just for couples only?
Right.
It's family, it's friends, it's enemies. Some of y'all need to take Valentine's Day and love your enemies. That's Bible.
Well,
even if y'all knew where Valentine's Day came from, the real origin, you wouldn't celebrate.
You need to. What'd you say?
I said if most of us knew where Valentine's Day actually really originated from, instead of the
Yeah, it came from a lady who had killed like 4 people out of love, and that's just out of order. So you need to love your enemies. Send them a rat poisonous cake and tell them I love you with the love of Christ. And whatever ever happens, we'll still be together.
Expressed in this program are not
May the Lord watch.
It's on a Wednesday anyway, so everybody I know got to go to work. So
I'm going to have Bible class as I've been having.
You might be the only one there, but
that's fine. I'm going to teach until the power of God falls out of that place. And I'm going to shut off every hotel room. I'm going to shut off every whiskey party. Whiskey.
Oh, whiskey.
I'm going to shut down every Smirnoff party. Every Morgan Davis party. MD 2020. All of the alcohol. I shut every liquor store down. I shut every party down. Weed party. Put up those condoms off of 1600. Put them up. We got competition here.
Yeah.
Don't you do it today.
Oh, you always had competition. Yeah.
I feel like the late Angie Ray. I shut down your way. Shun. She said, "You in that closet? I come out of that closet." Oh man, yeah, and so if you don't have no side piece or a significant other, just love on your family. Just do that. Love on your family. Love is such a strong entity, and once you understand that it has nothing to do with emotion, but it has everything to do with decision, your love life will become better.
Well,
because when you are led by your emotions, you're going to get your feelings hurt.
My God.
You're going to get your life hurt, and it's going to be your fault because nobody told you to lean to your emotions. No.
Don't get your life hurt, people.
Don't get your life hurt. Yes, I'm talking about your soul is tore up. Your soul is shredded like wheat. You're done. You can't smile. You can't see. Wait, you walking different. You cut off all your hair. You're short with everybody. No, who told you to be led by your emotions? You're done. Get you some decisions. All right, before you start getting all hyped and speaking in tongues over the appearance, check out the appraisal.
My Lord.
And see if it's worth you putting your emotions in. Because in this season, you need to check character, integrity, and bank statements, huh?
That's right. No, that's true.
Now listen. Y'all don't want to hear this truth, but I'm coming through here today. I told you. You better start checking people's bank account, because ain't no sense you working hard and you got to drag somebody else out. No. Let's come out together. So, and it's not about you being arrogant. It's about you being affirmed. You are who you are. And if you're going to either step up or step off. Listen, that's just real talking this season. You spent enough time taking everybody else's baggage and trying to hope them back. No, don't do that.
I got a piece of baggage I want to add to that.
Oh, shoot.
Most people don't. No, for real. This is one.
Okay.
It seems so. I don't think this is one people don't really consider and think about. But I know couples who have, like, once they get married and find out this other person has this type of baggage, it messes up some stuff. And it ain't nothing bad. For real. You wouldn't think it'd be a problem. Student loans. I know marriages that have almost broken up over student loans.
Man, that's why I'm trying to get mine fixed now. Because I'm telling you. Listen, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on that one good email too. It's been in the works for a couple of months now. I'm waiting on that one good email. And when you listen, that's gonna be the day I do a backflip. Now, whether I do it completely, it don't even matter. But when I come back from being comatose, I'm gonna tell God, I may have hit my neck somewhere, but I'm saying, thank you, thank you. Was it? My God! I said, this girl. My God! I said, why is he screaming like that at the church? Man, that was hilarious. My God! I said, this man, woman of God.
Yeah, you know, when you're dating somebody, you never really think to ask, you got any student loans?
You better ask. In this
but you know as soon as you say I
but
do.
you know what? In this season, you got to ask, are you really a man or a woman? You got to check. Because listen, no. We're going to talk about it on this show. I don't care. Y'all can call this disrespectful if y'all want to. Because listen, if I get up there, how you doing? Now wait. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Your voice should never be this deep. What's going on here? Now you got to check. You need now in this season, check birth certificates. Before y'all first date should be to a clinic. We're gonna get a blood test, huh? I want to see what God called you to be. That's what I want. All right.
This the day and age you almost want somebody with a child who you know they gave birth to. Then you know.
Well, listen, cause ain't those that get that chance? Ain't they able to get kids?
No,
they not.
Nah.
Okay, they're not able to produce. Okay. Listen, still be careful because the way this technology going, be careful. Shoot, let the kids check the kids.
I want to see pregnancy pictures after the test. I still want to see pregnancy
I want to see
pictures.
I want all of that.
I want to see the video in the labor room.
Everything. I show that. Hey, take off your clothes. I want to make sure you are what God said. I'm checking. I don't care what. Y'all ain't gotta like what I said today. Take them off. Take them off.
I'm checking for cuts.
Listen, cuts.
I know that's right.
Everything, huh?
I ain't saying I know you right. I'm saying I know. Well, I'm talking about Amber. I'm agreeing with Amber.
I don't care what you say.
He feeling the chair. Man.
Cough. Cause if you no, the devils are like, get on out of here, Satan. Tried to catfish me, the blood of Jesus. Shoot, put up your slice Subway. What's wrong with you? Told you. You better. I come against this foul spirit trying to trick the saints. All right, well, it's time for commercial. We'll be back.
Lampkin Morning Show.
Are you into recording, mixing, mastering, tracking, editing? Are you looking to enhance your overall production knowledge? If so, we have what you need. Me Too Music presents the Recording Boot Camp, hosted by myself, Levi T. King. Witness an entire recording, tracking, mixing, mastering, editing process in this 2-day camp on Friday, February the 23rd at 6 p.m. and Saturday morning, February the 24th at 10 a.m. It will all take place right here at Me Too Music City, 1515 Jerome Lane in Cahokia, Illinois, 62206. Registration is $75 for the 2-day camp and food will be provided both days. To register, please visit metoomusic.com/camp. That's metoomusic.com/camp. Or call 618-215-6308. Be sure to be a part of this 2-day masterclass boot camp where we'll be giving away all of our secrets and tricks of the trade. So please be sure to join us. Hope to see you there.
What it do? What's up, man? It's your boy Justin Shaw, and you listening to the Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
It's the Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
I love this show.
Morning show. Your second date should be an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Check Adam's
still
apple.
talking about.
Oh yeah,
He
listen.
came back.
Check everything, everything. Go to a health clinic. Go to a veterinarian. Check everything. Yeah, make sure they ain't got whiskers coming out of no area. Check everything. It is see to check it
This
off.
man is still talking about.
Check them. Check them, G. Check them. Go to a chiropractor. Because if they turn their neck around and say, hey, man, hey, get them out of there. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. I'm telling you. You have to check. The Bible says you'll know them by the fruits they bear. Check the fruit. Check all of it. You have a right to do so. This is your life. You only get one on this side. Then the next one is eternal. It's eternal life. So, hey, this life, you owe it to yourself to have people around you that's going to keep it 100. Who told you had to keep liars around you? Okay, I'll wait.
It's still going in.
Who told you? Who told you? Okay, where we at?
It's time for In the Know on
That's
the
what
Mike
time it
Lampkin Morning Show.
Who got this announcement?
Oh, I got some.
2.
Here we
Oh,
go.
yes.
What the music? Oh, I'm sorry. Of course, we definitely want to keep the family in prayer of St. Louis's own minister elder.
I'm gonna tell you something else.
Howard
Check their
Rivers.
family too. Cause I'm gonna just go ahead. I'll just play. I'll just play.
The elder Minister Howard Rivers, brother Howard Rivers.
Man, I trust
his
in God.
passing, right? And I won't complain. That was one of his big ones. And so, also, Me Too Music, Media and Performing Arts School now accepting enrollment. Of course, classes have already begun, so you still have a few weeks left. Just visit metoomusic.com/school. That's METOO music.com/school. Revive Us Musical on tomorrow, Saturday, February the 10th at 6
Revive us
p.m.
again.
15:15. I'm just gonna go and just let me hit this one time for Erna. You've been Erna. Yeah. Because you're horrible. Revive Us Musical, Saturday, February 10th at 6 p.m. right here at the Me Too Music City. I believe it's a benefit, I think. The Way of Love. An Evening of Love, also on tomorrow. Dinner concert, Saturday, February 10th, 2018 at the Atrium, 11133 Dunn Road, St. Louis. I turned it. He's doing the Miss Seeley. He doing the Miss Seeley on me.
Right by me. Your hair will never grow back on top of your head. Don't you ever earn me.
You've been earning.
Oh, God.
Anyway, that's all taking place at the Atrium tomorrow, 5 to 9 p.m. That's all presented by the Happy Guitar Elder Greg Haynes. Psalms, hymns, no, St. Louis, East St. Louis chapter of the GMWA, Psalms, hymns, spirituals, a Black History musical concert. Man, last year on Black History Month, you had a Black History fact for us every.
He did.
You slipping, man. Featuring the chapter choir and special guests.
I'll be on my post next week.
All right. Lady Karen Hilton and Pleasant Grove Church Choir. Also honoring Lady Joanne Walker. It all takes place on Sunday, February 11, 2018. Concert begins at 4:30 p.m. at the Olivet Missionary Baptist Church.
Wait a minute. Why are you doing it? I can find one.
Everybody know that's out there next to, down the street from White Castle, right there right off Halls Ferry, on Halls Ferry, New Halls Ferry Road. Also, when all God's children get together, Sunday, February 18, 2018 at the River's Edge, 3429 Kemp Jackson Road. That's presented by Dwayne and Tyrone with a whole bunch of special guests, Pastor Terrell Rogers and Men of Destiny. Praise and worship by Jesse Prather. You got Sean Brown and the Boys, Voices of Faith, Auntie Jewel and Converted, Holly Grove, Jamel and Prosperity, New Gospel Airs, Angie and Restored, and is Sent by God, and is hosted by Daryl Luster and Sean Johnson. $10 in advance, $12 at the doors. Children 11 and under are free. First 20 people to buy tickets can bring a friend for free. I'm sure that's probably done. I'm sure the first 20 people have bought. All of God, God or Nothing Ministries present Next Level Leadership Conference, February 18th through the 24th. Purpose Driven Ministries, featuring you have presenters Pastor Karma Henderson, Archbishop Michael West, and Apostle Cortricia Jones, with your host, Apostle Ariette Mary.
Williams Jefferson.
Oh, Lord. Liberty Christian, boy, we got a lot in February. Liberty, I'm just only going to do February today. Liberty Christian Church, 2753 East Broadway, Alton, Illinois. Host Pastor Jimmy Prather and First Lady Jerry Prather, The Great Awakening Revival, February 21st through the 23rd, 7 p.m. nightly, featuring Elder Stephen Harris, Pastor Kenneth Campbell, and Evangelist Tiffany Taylor. You can also watch it live.
Jesus.
I think the last one for the month is the Me Too Music Recording Boot Camp, Tracking, Editing, Mixing, Mastering by Levi 2
Man, I
King.
almost got excited. I thought you should say record. I almost got happy.
Enhance your overall production knowledge and learn most of the secrets that the big companies don't want you to know in this 2-day camp. Witness an entire recording process. It is a recording. It's going to be a recording because we're going to do a 2-day recording. We're doing a studio song that they'll all witness, and we're doing a live recording. And they're going to watch us go through the whole process, track it, edit it, mix it, master it, everything. So
wow.
It's going to be cool. February 23rd at 6 p.m. and also Saturday morning, February 24th at 10 a.m. Registration is $75. We've been having folk been registering. It's been amazing, the response. So $75. You can register at metoomusic.com/camp. That's METOO music.com/camp. Or call 618-215-6308. Levi 2 King, yours truly, is your boot camp director. All taking place right here in Me Too Music City.
Also, I want to say this. I want to add to that. Everybody mark your calendars for March the 2nd. That's a Friday night, I believe, at the Westside Missionary Baptist Church. I have been asked to spearhead a concert, but we're making an awareness that needs to be more enhanced in our African American community, and that is HIV and AIDS awareness. So I have some great local guests. I have one of them sitting next to me, Amber Elliott in Phase 2. They're going to be with me. We're going.
Wait a minute, is this Phase 2?
No. I was just saying one of my guests is with me, but that's why I said Phase 2. No, it's not Amber in Phase 2.
You know the petty people I sing with.
Lord.
It's Phase 2, everybody.
What?
It's Phase 2.
Wow.
Phase
Scooter.
2.
Okay.
He gonna be the first one. I don't know. Amber Elliott, Phase 2. No, Scooter, just Phase 2.
Okay, clear that up, Amber. Right. My God. The next thing gonna be Minute to Minute with Scooter. Yeah.
He gonna be here next week.
Right. Now let me say that. Hold on. Man, dude, let me tell you something. Let me say two things. I watched that. I listened, should I say? Jesse had me listen to Nephew Tommy and his prank calls. I wish there was a way to get around it, but it's so much profanity in there. We can't get around it, man.
You heard the one with Byron Cage?
Yes, I did. But this one was the guy that stutters real bad. So when he calls, I want to speak to the dude. What I tell you, I'll let you hear it today off the air because
now my ears are holy today.
Okay, all right.
Let me hear it then.
Whatever. When I tell you, I was in tears, man. I'm talking about real tears, as if I got whooped 40 times. Like I was in real tears. I couldn't even stop. Dude was like, hey, man, if I found out you make fun of me.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of Me Too Music.
Hey, that Byron Cage one is hilarious, though.
It is, because he almost let them have it.
Byron Cage got gangsta on him, boy.
He did. And now he did a first lady, and now you could tell she was saved for real. So Byron and that first lady didn't shame me. I got to give it to her.
Right.
Man, this one deacon, boy, he cussed them until times
he
got
probably was Baptist.
better.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Now you're not gonna do that today. Now he was Baptist, but he had every right. This man said, why they taking out his pancreas, go around and get his kidney. He said, now hold on now.
Oh, I heard that one.
Boy, he cussed that man until times got better.
I heard that one.
But another one is that since he said that, let me give you a Black History moment fact that before there was
you need to write music.
Okay, before there was.
Come on, man, that's good music.
My spirit just left my body. What happened? Just took me right out. So did you not know that before there was a Rosa Parks, there was a Claudette Colvin, who in March 2nd, 1955, when the 15-year-old schoolgirl refused to move to the back of the bus 9 months before Rosa Parks' stand that launched the Montgomery bus boycott. Claudette had been studying black leaders like Harriet Tubman in her segregated schools. Those conversations had led to discussion around the current day Jim Crow laws they were all experiencing. When the bus driver ordered Claudette to get up, she refused. It felt like Sojourner Truth was on one side pushing me down, and Harriet Tubman was on the other side of me pushing me down. I couldn't get up. So, she was one of the first to not go to the back of the bus. So for those Rosa Parks, we want to appreciate Claudette Colvin for taking a stand. And it's because of them today that we stand on these shoulders for people who was not afraid to die, was not afraid to stand up. And let me say this to all of our African American people: the fight is not over. I want to tell you that the fight is not over. We still need some people that will stand up and be like, "You're not going to treat us like this. You're not going to talk to us like this." Or if you do, you're going to find yourself like that one guy who was at that cheesecake factory, and he messed around and called that boy the N-word, and I tell you. He was clothed in his right mind after about 60 uppercuts, and we shouldn't have to resort to that. All right, we can't allow H&M and all them people who now I've said they're finna shut down 170 stores. The power of your dollar. I'm gonna tell you that they're finna shut down 170 stores because you're not gonna put up a toss and have a black boy with a gorilla shirt on it or a monkey shirt like I'm a monkey, whatever it said. Listen,
coolest monkey in the forest.
Coolest monkey in the forest. Now let me help you. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Now I ain't shopping H&M anyway. Only side they had there was scarves and socks for me. So that was fine. So my heart ain't trouble. I get my scarves from DSW, and if they mess up,
but let me say this in regards to that. It's somebody here. I don't even know who it is, but they came out with a clothing line, and it's some kind of monkey stuff. Oh. And the people are shouting support, but wasn't everybody just having a fit?
Is it a black person or a white person?
They black.
Now
but you know what? Think about it. It's kind of like black people. We call each other the N-word. It's a little more acceptable when we do it, but a white person can't even say it jokingly. Right. So it's kind of the same thing. H&M is a white company. They can't do it. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying that just shows you the double standards of us today. We can sit up and say, Igga please, jigga please to each other. Or look at that jigga over there. But let the white person even just remotely, let's let a white person even quote somebody else in a news article. The black person around is going to go crazy because they feel like they shouldn't even say it. So we live by double standards. Another reason we know we live by double standards based on what Pastor Mike said. He said, we know it's not over. Let's look at after the Super Bowl. Did you see the whole celebration that turned into a riot? But you didn't see the tear gas and the guns and the stuff come out.
Yeah, they tore up. Was that not the Patriots? It was the New England, right?
You talking about who won?
Yeah, I know the Eagles won, but when they burning buildings in
the Patriots, New England. I don't remember where they were burning.
That's crazy.
That just goes to show you it's a double standard. We live by double standard.
Yeah, that's true. We talk about them killing us, but we kill us too.
Yeah, but you do it. But also we do it. We get out there and riot during the quote-unquote Black Lives Matter, and then now it's pepper spray, police, army.
Ain't that crazy?
Tanks, all that. But speaking of you talking about Rosa Parks, y'all, you hip to the movie that's coming out Sunday, right? Yeah, called Behind the Movement.
They got past me, but okay. But where's it going to be?
It's premiering on TV1 at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Sunday, February 11th. On TV1. It's called Behind the Movement. It's the story of Rosa Parks, and it's starring like Loretta Devine.
I love Loretta Devine.
Isaiah Washington, the guy that got kicked off of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah,
for saying really some homosexual slurs.
Yep, he did.
Meta Golding is playing Rosa Parks. So yeah, that's Sunday, y'all. TV1. Yeah, that's
TV1.
Sunday, y'all. TV1. This dude is reading.
I was looking at some more. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, we definitely, let's continue to work, and let's thank God.
I got another question to ask.
Oh, sorry.
I got another. Since we're talking about black stuff. So, we talked about it Sunday on the other show that comes on every Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m. Wake up St. Louis. Me Too Music Sunday morning show. So, we talked about it. Have you heard the thing about the Black Panther?
Yes.
So we know I'm saying, have you heard the thing that's going on with it?
My brother mentioned something about how people talking about don't go see it or something like that, or they need to have more black producers or something like that.
Well, no, it's a black producer. His name is Coogly, Ryan Coogan.
That's my nephew.
Ryan Coogan, something
his
like that.
mother and my mother are mothers.
But the deal is, it's a group on Facebook. I got it written down from Sunday show. There's a group on Facebook called
you need another notepad.
Oh man. No, it's in my phone. They're called the Down with Disney's Treatment of Franchises and something fanboy. So what they do is, their whole thing is they go and protest any Marvel movie or anything that's connected to them. So, or Disney or whatever. So what happened was they're telling you that they're going to boycott Black Panther, whether it's good or bad. They're going to get online on what's the Rotten Tomatoes and bring down the score.
Okay.
On purpose. But of course it's an uproar because it's a black movie. Mostly all black cast, black director.
And I think that's phenomenal.
You think it's phenomenal? All about the cast and the director?
Yes.
Well, the fact that they're going purposely to bring down the scores, and they say they have the bots implemented. I don't know if you're familiar with the internet bots. Internet bots. If on Facebook, YouTube, you see videos that got 2 million, 3 million, 10 million views.
Yeah.
That don't really be 10 million people. Yeah, it's bots. It's software that they have to boost it. You know? But they saying that's what they're going to do to have people change the voting on Black Panther to bring the score down, man. Without even seeing the movie.
When you have that much against it, this movie's going to be a huge success.
Hope so.
Yeah, because man, you can't meet that much attack already. It ain't even came out yet, and you already got.
And they did the same thing with Birth of a Nation. Was that last February that came out? Was that like around Black History Month?
I think so. Yeah. But I think that. But didn't that make great headway?
Well, I mean, ticket sales were kind of down because people were filming themselves going to the box office saying, "Give me 2 tickets for Birth of a Nation," and the person at the ticket booth would say sold out. So they got one guy who videoed himself buying tickets to another show just to keep his camera hidden in the theater and walk in the Birth of a Nation, and there's 2 people in the whole theater, but they're telling everybody it's sold out. So that's not a rumor. That's stuff that's been caught and documented. So they're doing the same type of stuff with Black Panther. Yeah. So.
Okay.
And
I'll make sure I have my camera on when I go. Cause I wish they would tell me at all the locations in St. Charles that it's sold out. I'm saying, well, y'all better find me a seat. I'll sit in the wheelchair section. So yeah, don't do that. That's just sad. That just goes to show you that racism's still alive. You mad because I guess the name Black Panther and it's an all black cast, and some of y'all sit up here and you wouldn't dare put an African American in your movie. I mean, and of course that's not all. I do understand everybody doesn't think like that. But at the same time, my mentality is if they had to choose a side, they'll go with theirs. So there's just some, because history, I say some of them did hang with us, literally.
I think I saw an article in regards to.
Why did you laughing? Why did you laughing?
To the Black Panther movie.
That's true.
It's an all black cast, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and so people had an issue with that. Like if it was an all white cast, then black people would have something to say, but nothing should be. But they can't say anything about it being an all black cast. It's kind of crazy.
Of course, you still have your, you got a few people in it that are not black. A couple key roles in it actually, but yeah,
I'm gonna go see it.
And I
definitely am,
because you got to realize at the end of the day, whether you want to or not, these people are working and they have to work just like you and I have to work. Now, our paychecks may be entirely different. At the same time, they earn it. You don't realize the work that comes behind acting very well, like knowing that they have to literally become the character. So we've been in plays, so we had to become that character. So good to where people are like, man, I thought that was you for real. No. I became the character. No. That's what you do. Because, boy, I tell you, boy, people was looking at me strange after I did that. I'm not what I did. I don't know if two waving at me or flicking me off. I don't know what's going on. So, two just flicked me off, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no.
Nah, just flick.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of Me Too
Man, he
Music.
just put up 2 middle fingers at me.
No.
So going back to you
Right.
talking about the amount of money and stuff that these people make, do you feel like Monique had a valid reason to do the stuff she was doing in regards to the amount that Netflix was trying to offer her?
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even really research that.
I did.
I just laughed. And I laughed a little bit. And then I kept it moving because at that point I didn't want to hear no sadness. I just needed that laugh. So I'm just gonna be honest with you.
But you got to remember, Dave Chappelle has come back. He's a name. Cat Williams is he's controversial. So his name, even in going to jail and the
getting
fight,
choked out by a
and all
9-year-old.
that, exactly. He was 12 technically, but yeah, 12
that's
or
even
14.
worse.
I think he was 12. So, but
What playground?
his name has stayed up there. To be honest with you, in a sense, they offered Monique, and I'm not saying she's wrong, but I'm saying
So what
their
happened?
names have remained relevant. So a lot of times you get offered money based off of
Yeah,
the popularity of your name at the moment.
So she felt like, I guess she felt like she's more relevant than the lady Amy. What's her last name?
Amy Schumer. She's definitely
Schumer
not.
or something like that, and she got offered millions for her Netflix thing, where she only got offered 500,000 or whatever. So,
But I think one article says that's not true. She got offered more than that.
yeah, I did see that too.
Yeah, the only ones
don't
I've
know.
seen said
But my
half a
point
million,
is,
500,000.
okay, $500,000. They could have not offered you anything. So see, this is my point. We can't, and I hate to go spiritual on this, but sometimes we miss the fact of just getting in the door. You know what I'm saying?
But that was her point. She ain't just getting in the door.
She is with Netflix.
But you got to remember too. You got to remember too. She was kind of blacklisted within the last couple of years.
And but she did
for a woman who's in an open door
So
relationship.
she kind of getting the door reopened.
But she did an interview saying that Tyler Perry came to her and told her that they were wrong for whatever it was that happened, that she got blacklisted. But
the end of the overall thing is she was still blacklisted.
Yep.
So to be invited back, and the thing is, you kind of coming back. It's almost like a test in a sense. It's almost like probation. You know, they give you a little money here. You do it, okay, then let's get a little. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not going to just take the money. That's why you have entertainment lawyers.
Right.
Go on in there and send them to negotiate the deal.
Absolutely.
But you jack yourself up when you go and blow them up in the media.
That's all I'm
Because now
saying.
they pull the offer off the table.
They pull it off, and see that, and this is why I said social media gonna be the death of it. Everybody shouldn't have to be in your business. First of all, why are you telling everybody you finna get $500,000? Sometimes we set off alarms that don't need to be triggered. You don't need to know how much I'm getting ready to get. You know what I'm saying? I never tell, man, did they bless you out of town? I said, God moved. You don't need to know my honorary. You need to know how much this church gave me or how much that event gave. That ain't none of your business.
That's right.
That is none of your business. You do not have the right to ask me about how God is blessing me. You don't have that right at all.
And they definitely would
Yeah.
do it.
Doc, how much they give you? They gave me what they gave me. And what I do know is you didn't get it. How about that? So that's all that matters. And I hate when people that, man, how much you, don't ask me how much I charge. Don't ever do that. Don't ask me. You submit a budget
That's very,
and go
very-
from there, because this is exactly what Netflix did to her. Let me tell you something. I am nobody's great actor, but let them have offered me $100,000. I would have said yes.
But I'm playing the advocate.
Because
I'm playing the advocate. If you had felt like you earned your way,
Yeah.
you probably
'Cause
would feel insulted.
I understand her. I really
get it in
do.
that sense,
I
but my
really,
thing
really
is,
do.
okay, and in that sense, okay, fine. Okay, how many movies Monique been in?
I think the last one I
Enough.
saw her in was the Christmas movie.
Okay.
But when she did her interview about that, she got played with that too, because what she said was the guy, whoever the producer was, need her to do this favor and be in this movie, but along with
carried that
this,
movie a lot. She
but
pretty much
along
carried
with
it.
this, she was
She
going to
did.
get 3 other movies, but that did not happen.
Well, let's be honest. I could get on here and complain that when I recorded anybody I've ever produced, I could complain that I didn't get my money and that I didn't get this and that. The truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, I quite frankly didn't handle my contracts right.
That's right.
I didn't handle business on my end.
And my thing is, if she is worthy, and I'm sure she is, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying, you work
That's
hard.
just a matter of opinion, because I mean, but go ahead.
That's why that
Hey, she was good in that Christmas movie though. I ain't gonna lie. It was a lot
Right.
of cussing, but she was funny.
right. But okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. My point is, I forgot I want it. But anyway, my thing is, you have to. It's a way you go about doing everything. If Netflix didn't do you right, then but again, you got to realize what color skin we are, and you got to realize that everybody's on a different plateau. You're not going to come in and get a Dave Chappelle $60 million deal, who left a $50 million deal for his own personal convictions that people don't talk about. He left it because they wanted him to do some stuff that he didn't want his kids to see him do. So he stopped that and he left. And he went because he didn't have time to mourn his father's loss. Oh, his father making transition. And then to make a comeback and get a $60 million Come on, man.
Man, you know one thing Dave Chappelle did that is so crazy. We as the church, we should have set this precedent, but somebody in the world said it. We should have set this. You know what? One thing Dave Chappelle did, and I really admire him, and I've been kind of teaching this and rehearsing this with my children and my nephews and my nieces. Set your boundary. Set your limits in the beginning, and say what you will never ever do.
Yes.
Say what you'll never say. What limit you will never cross.
Yeah, absolutely.
That way you don't find yourself compromised.
Absolutely.
For me, I have small boundaries.
Yeah.
I have very small limitations.
Right.
That way I don't even have to even worry about the big, getting way out there in the field.
Right.
I'm at the edge. My boundary is at the edge of the field. I don't even have to worry about getting to the middle. Right. And I think we as believers and we as gospel artists and all of that should have these same type of boundaries.
And that's why for him to make that, that's because I use that in one of my sermons when I talked about don't fall for the hype, because it's like we get so caught up in, because if people are like, man, how he was dumb just walk away from $50 million a deal. Well, his convictions said his convictions were stronger than how much he was getting paid.
What profits a man?
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And whatever his convictions were, he stuck to them. Yeah. He stuck to them, and guess what? It paid off handsomely. So he got a $10 million profit just from turning that down because he didn't want his seed to see him act outside of his conviction. Come on, you all. Where's your convictions at? Everything shouldn't be about money, shouldn't be about fame, should not be about fortune. If you don't have no self-worth, then you're no good to nobody. And that's just flat out. You are no good to nobody. Because that money that you is blood money. That's why Judas couldn't spend the money. That's why he went and killed himself.
Yep, absolutely.
He killed himself because I set up Jesus and I can't even spend this because just looking at this money made me feel bad about how I treated somebody who's been nothing but good to me and put me over the money. He appointed me to be one of his disciples. That didn't come a dime a dozen. Out of all the crowds, I was one of the 12. Huh? Yeah, that'll make anybody feel crazy. That's why he went and hung himself. Because even Judas couldn't even hang with himself. Even then, he broke. All right.
That's a horrible joke.
Okay,
even Judas couldn't hang with himself.
He couldn't. That's why his bowels fell out. All right. Listen, when you can't hang with yourself, that's bad.
How we gonna do a whole segment talking about Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, Monique, Amy Schumer, and you tell a joke that bad?
Because I'm Mac a Lampkin. And what I said is true. I'm Mac today. Mac. So I just said, and I just want y'all to take a listen to all that. I mean, we see y'all chatting, and all y'all got y'all opinions and whatnot, and we thank you for those. But at the end of the day, my personal opinion, because we all have them, Amber said that, and I do respect everybody's personal opinion. My personal opinion is this. You are not a Dave Chappelle, so you're not going to get that. What you will get is if you be faithful over a few things, you'll be made rule over many. Now that's Bible. So whether or not you didn't like it because you thought you should get more, there are many times where I thought I should have got more. You know what I'm saying? But I went ahead and did it, and guess what? Another door opened out of that, and so it made me cut another slice of that humble pie and say never ever neglect an open door.
Now I do,
especially if.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I also see another side of it. To me, I feel like her thing is she's worth more than what you're trying to offer me. So
I get it,
know
but I can see why she would feel like that. But
yeah,
you gotta
that's what I'm saying too.
You kind of got to look at it. She just went through this kind of blacklist phase.
Yeah.
She hasn't really been as relevant. You haven't seen her, so they're trying to they're trying to use the little bit of name. But see, another thing too.
But that go to but to me, that's just like, you may feel this way about me, but I don't see myself like that. So I'm not gonna let you belittle me to what you think I'm
But trip
worth.
off of this. This is what I know, because I deal with contracts and stuff daily in the business that I'm in. I could guarantee you, what if Dave Chappelle got $60 million? That wasn't Netflix's first offer. I can guarantee you that.
Oh.
So when they gave him the first offer,
because he's in demand,
but when they gave him that first offer, it was not as high as $60 million.
I'm sure it wasn't.
And he didn't go on social media blasting Netflix saying, no, it wasn't blah, blah, blah.
It's the way you do things.
He came back with his entertainment lawyer, his manager, everybody, and they negotiated.
And I definitely respect your opinion. All I'm saying is the way she did it now, if there was a God door open, she just shut it.
Right.
And that's all I'm saying.
She burned the bridge.
If you feel like you yourself, if she feel like her self-worth is way more than $500,000, nobody can take that away from her. But how you go about doing it, and you want everybody to go and boycott, because you got to realize in boycotting, you got to realize that there are other African American people that are eating too from Netflix. So now you want me to stop eating and cut off my check because of your self-worth? I mean, I'm just saying,
that's another thing that she was saying too. She was saying if I accept it, if she was to accept that, then what's gonna happen with the Tiffany Haddish and people? You know what I'm saying? Different up and coming people.
But Amber, but you know as well as I know, and you know because you are a very intelligent woman.
Thank you, I am.
Tiffany Haddish is way past Monique, and I'm just gonna be honest. That lady has a natural talent that is like who just haphazardly talks about how much she Groupons and then ends up being a Groupon sponsor. Right. She wasn't looking for that. She's just a natural born advertiser who just telling her story and telling a truthful story. Just telling her life story.
I'm not negating none of that.
I agree with Monique. I get it, and I agree. The only thing I
what she ain't gonna do is get it.
The thing I disagree with Monique is the fact that she was offered the money and she went and blew up because she was insulted. Why not go back and negotiate? See what the negotiation was for, and then if you want to blow up then.
Yeah, but.
Don't say what they offered.
But do we know that there wasn't a negotiation?
Well, that's all she said was that's what they offered her.
Right, and see that, and so we can only go by what she said, as in any case.
And every time there's a business deal that goes down, of course the person offering money is never. They're gonna always lowball with first
because he who speaks first loses.
Absolutely.
So let them talk first. I always do it. Doc, what you got?
Yep.
Higher. I heard the Lord said, higher, 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 higher. Let me stop right here and give a huge shout out. I have to do this. I'm serious. I ain't even making no jokes right now. I'm real serious. I have to stop this whole talk show and give a huge shout out to Naja Nicole Adams. When I tell you, this girl, I don't care what y'all say. You can play every button you want to. This girl makes sure I get no. This girl makes sure I get my coin. I don't care what y'all say. She makes sure she gets all the weird phone calls. She gets phone calls. People say, I just want him to sit in my dead husband's seat and take a picture. I'm not going to do that. Somebody called her. I just want us to be friends. Nah, hello, Fit. Go and do the. No, we're not doing that. But I got to get a huge shout out to Naja Nicole Adams. This girl makes sure she can be mad at me. She can be upset. Naj. She makes sure that all of my flights are right. She checked, and matter of fact, now and I hate to have to do this, but we have to because she makes sure I get all my deposits first. And they're non-refundable. Business, and listen, I thank God. Yeah.
Well, it's non-refundable because they lock your date up that somebody else could have gotten.
Exactly. And we got burned so many times by that.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's
in
like
business, you got to be
in business, right? Mm-hmm. The Bible said, "Have you found a man who's diligent in business?"
And stop trying to get discounts from people.
Please
support your
Amber,
own
when
people.
I tell you they cost,
stop trying to get discounts.
When I say they called her, oh yeah, I grew up with Lamp. You know what I'm saying? And that's my little nephew. And I just said, here's the host ministry sheet. And I'm talking about she's another Dewana. She makes, listen, we haven't received that deposit, huh? God bless you. Because see, what he won't do is go to Lambert's airport. You're not gonna do that.
That's the thing. Like with phase 2, we have a form that you have to fill out before, so people try to bypass it and like come through us. But and we was getting lax. Like, okay, hey guys, somebody asked this, but then we was like, hold on. No, they need to go through this thing because some people feel like because they have a connection with you that it's just access. But me handling my business, it don't deter what our relationship is. Right. Let's get this business handled because you believe in my ministry for real.
And if your close friends can do an honorary or something, surely you're going to do something.
And the truth is, the people that try to bypass that process are normally people that's going to burn you anyway.
Always.
And then say you trying to be Hollywood now. No, you can take it however you want to take it. Right. Either you going to give me my coins or that's fine.
Because you want me to come work.
Singing is not easy. All right, you want us to come perform and shout your church down and then what y'all try to do is slide in some more select. Can you sing another selection? No. This contract says 2 minutes. I gave you 3. So I'm actually in breach of contract.
Paul quoted Moses. He said, don't muzzle the ox that treads the corn, that treads the field. So if the ox is working in the field, let that ox eat.
Let him.
Don't put the don't cover
Let
the mouth.
him.
Let that ox eat.
Let him eat
from that same field he's working
All
in.
right, y'all want to eat? Like I told my church one time, you get to Friday and that boss say, well, you know, sales are down, so we can't give y'all no check. You ain't seen a whole nother set of tongues rise up out of black people. You can, man, come on, let's be
Just
honest.
Anybody.
I'm about to tell on my church right now.
You
So
ain't see them go post.
Sunday they made an announcement talking about this is the budget for the week. We didn't even cut our musicians. You know, we normally have our musicians checks on Sundays, and we didn't cut them, so we're going to have them come pick them up on Monday or Tuesday. And I'm sitting on the organ, and I lifted my hands and said, well, y'all should have told me that before I came and played, taught this music this week. I was here early. I had musician rehearsal.
Right.
I loaded this up. Y'all let me come do the work.
Listen.
And you're not going to pay. Oh, okay.
Listen. No. Listen. And some of y'all don't like this talk, but let me tell you something. It's a real place. Y'all want musicians to sit in church for 8, 12 hours while you, and then you get up. Well, Doc, you saw how the offering. No. When you called me, when I stepped foot on this church, matter of fact, when I turned the corner, this was a done deal, G.
That's right.
Like, it's over. It's done. And don't get upset. This is nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen the Lean on Me where they argue, Mr. Clark and the other guy, they argue, when they got to argue, he said, come on, let's get something to eat.
Right.
We done now. Let's move on to the next entity. And if you can't move from one extreme to another, y'all were never friends anyway. You were never partners in business anyway.
That's right.
If you can't come out of your feelings and after y'all argue and go sit down and get something to eat, it's real.
I think this music driving you. You got hype, boy.
No, man, because I've been talking to people like that who are under pressure because they may have to make a decision between friendship and business. Get your business, because at the end of the day, you work too hard to build a brand and let somebody come in and tear it up.
That's right.
Friend or no friend.
And how can you call me your friend if you're not gonna do right by my business anyway?
Me and Amber are friends. But when we step into a church, it's a whole other different entity.
That's right. He's the boss.
I wouldn't say that, but I would try to say that. But it's true. And the thing is, me and Amber knows that. You know what I'm saying? When we friends now, but let's use it. When we step into those holy convocations, it's no longer friends. It's president, vice president. And she has her role, I have my role, and we go to work. It ain't we ain't let nothing slide. Ain't nothing personal. It's been, so if I say, Amber, go do this. I'm not being disrespectful. We're in work mode. And she may say, Mike, go do this. No, it's Pastor Mike. No. This is business. Ain't nothing like that. You gotta know how to separate the two.
And once you find that you in friendships that we can't work together in business, cut it early. Don't keep it. Cut it early.
Disobedience is contagious.
Yeah.
And it's toxic.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it'll take you down. Yeah. And how you start will definitely depend on how you finish. There are so many churches where the pastor, and we've all made that mistake, where the pastor just let everybody do what they want to do when the first part started their ministry because they just trying to get the members in. But then when they start cracking down, people leave because they say they're too irate and they change. No. Start now like that.
Order.
Set your standards now.
Order.
All right, ain't gonna be all this Kool-Aid shit. All that. We ain't gonna do all that. They ain't gonna do all that.
You gonna say that? You know what that means? I'm so glad you didn't say that.
My God.
Well, I stopped because you know what I mean. It's not gonna be none of that in this church. I told you. Shoot. So yeah, but yeah, those are great. Great observations about all of that.
You know, a lot of people like to say that ministry and music and stuff, musicians shouldn't get. Somebody let that video on Facebook. Somebody listened too much, and somebody didn't study their Bible, and they start spreading that video talking about should musicians get paid. And the answer is, according to the scripture, yes, because you're clearly not reading the scripture.
But we have this conversation a lot. Like, people like, I don't understand why the musicians get paid, but the singers and stuff don't. You volunteered your services, first of all. So at the end of the day, my reply to this: at the end of the day, when you don't feel like singing, you don't have to get up. You don't have to get up there and sing. But I'm employed, and just like me, the church I do praise and worship at, I'm employed there. So when I don't come, I don't get paid.
Let me clear this up. You all don't get paid as singers. Me and Amber do. Let's just clear this up. Let me clear this up right now. You all may never get paid. Let's just clear it up. All right, I'm gonna tell you like Three Stooges says that we're gonna sing a song. Says she was bred in old Kentucky, but she's just a crumb up here. That's all I'm trying to tell you all. Huh? This is our city. Not just.
But for real, like, we sing just all we gotta do is just as much.
Actually, you
You're
don't.
volunteering your services. You're volunteering.
Yeah, you should have never volunteered.
Yeah. Because
That's
the
how I
moment
feel.
you don't feel like
You should
doing
have,
it,
because
you
you
be
need
like, well, I
training.
ain't going up there today. Okay. But I
And
still
guess
have
what?
to play this instrument
Right.
and everything else because I'm employed here.
Right. And let me speak to every pastor. Let me say this: you ain't got to hold on to no musicians just because you need one. Let me just stay right there. All right, if they acting up, cut them. Cut them. As you talk to them and try to get understanding, if it's not going to work, you know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something: you got to do what's best for your ministry, and you cannot be that dependent upon music to where you allow them to fester whatever kind of agenda they have over your conviction and over how you're running your church. That is not it. So if you have to say, may the Lord watch, you have to do it because you have to do what's best for your church. Let me tell you something. You may not have the privilege to play and sing and preach like I do. I had that privilege, so it didn't make nothing to me to say you're done because I can play myself. But for those of y'all who may have to struggle with that because you're not musically inclined, still do what's best for your ministry. All right, get with two. He'll make you a whole outline of your service. You give him a whole outline of your service. He'll give you praise and worship music. He'll give you some shouting music. He'll give you some. Oh, absolutely. All of this cost. I want to let you know that. But guess what? It'll cost you less than what you're paying out for somebody that you putting on the organ or the drums and the keyboard. They run it through your church like diarrhea.
But I tell you the best thing. I said this earlier in your show last year, and now in the context of what you're saying,
that sounds so funny you said that last year, man. 1 year anniversary. Thank you, Lord.
Time ago. But one of the best things in life that ever happened to me was my first Sunday as minister of music at Gateway Area Bible Fellowship.
Tell it, Ray.
First Sunday on the job, I was sat down. Didn't get to touch the keyboard. Didn't get to play.
Listen.
First Sunday because I was 2 minutes late. 2, not 20, not 2 hours. I was 2 minutes late, not for service, but for the gathering time where we pray, where the ministers pray together.
And I don't think they understand that too. Musicians, please, we have to take our craft serious. We want them to pay us seriously. Yep. So let's take our, he that is on time is he that is late. So to be on time is to be before time, and you have to do that. Okay, if y'all
got saying is to be on time is to be late, but to be early is to be on time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just said it different than what I just said.
Well, that's how we learned in the Boy Scouts. You wasn't in the Boy Scouts, were you?
Heck no, I ain't no Boy Scout. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
The views expressed in this program are not
joking.
necessarily the views of Me Too Music.
Speaking of, ain't the Girl Scout cookies coming up?
Them things
How
too
you start talking about
expensive.
food?
Well, first of all, I don't want it no more anyway because the lemon cookies they used to have used to be fire. Man, now they didn't change. They got the sprinkles all on them, powdered sugar. Let me tell you, you're trying to give people diabetes. I don't need that in my life. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. God's got great things for me. My mama gave me no cookies. They're my favorite cookies, but now they're not there no more. So the Lord bless you. All right, anyway. So what was I finna say? Yeah, please respect the time. We have to do better. Professionalism. If that church, if the pastor wants you dressed, be suited and booted, or at least have decent clothes on. Don't come in here, your clothes wrinkled, you smell bad, you smell like weed. Come on, man. Come on. We gotta do better than that. We gotta do better.
People only do what you allow. So
now that's true.
Yeah.
So,
and I wasn't allowed to be 2 minutes late for prayer.
No.
That man turned when I say that man, I'm talking my own father.
Yeah,
told
my
his
daddy set me and my brother down.
Said, "Hey, tell our new minister of music we're going to enjoy him. He's going to do great things for us in his ministry, but tell him his services are not needed on this Sunday
Not
because
this
he was
Sunday.
late."
Right.
Best thing ever happened to me. Changed my life, man.
Yeah, because that lets you know you're going to respect the business of church. And I don't know why people just think that business and church don't mix. That's foolishness. As much as it is spiritual, there's a business side to this. So it is what it is, So yeah,
It's a good show today.
Oh yeah, that's good. So we got it. I'm telling you. So you hold on to all this information that we gave you over these last 20, 30, 40
That's right.
minutes.
Hold on tight. By Christy Ransom.
Crystals.
Available now.
You know what? I thought you for the plate. I started looking like.
What we going out with?
What we going out with?
Yeah, what we going out with?
Oh, okay. We ain't gonna hit this. Wait a minute moment. It's only 30 seconds.
I thought we did it.
Nah, we ain't.
I would have done that a long time ago.
We never even.
I was waiting on you. I was waiting on you.
Oh, we didn't close out in the note.
In the know.
I was waiting on you, G.
Morning show.
That was the longest announcement ever. All right, wait a minute.
Now, wait a minute.
Man,
Oh, we gotta play this.
they talk about me, but this dude takes the cake. He could not recover from what he said. Check this out.
The reason you lift your hand is
altar
because
call.
you already believe.
Caucasian pastor.
You're saying, I believe. You know, and we've just given you an opportunity to confess it
Make an
before
altar
men.
call.
He sees you, a little guy in the back. Little guy, I'm not a midget, he's a child. I mean, I don't want anyone to think I was offending a midget.
Listen. Wait for the pause. Listen. Oh, Jesus.
Right.
Hear the breath?
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
He's
I messed up.
Yeah, but
You got to play it one more time.
Look a little midget.
The reason you lift your hand is because you already believe.
The worst altar call ever.
You just said, and he did midget.
We've just
What'd I
given you
say?
an opportunity to confess him before men. He
I mean,
sees you, a
happy.
little guy
That's
in the
what that.
back.
When you define it, that's what it means.
Little guy,
happy.
I'm not a midget, he's a child. I mean,
Listen, he knew right there he messed
think I
up.
was offending a midget.
Listen to the pause and the breath right here.
You can hear them laughing.
Yeah, you can hear the people laughing.
Boy,
Now,
listen.
wait a minute.
Let me tell you something. The funniest thing ever. I'm telling you, the funniest thing ever. Man, wow, Lord, don't ever let me do no food.
You just did it
What I say?
5 minutes ago. But go ahead. Come on, let's get to the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on, let's hold our hand over our hearts. This is Cornell Gaskin. Dude is a beast.
It's too high for me.
Well, you sound like Lillian Lloyd. That thing was too high for her. Edward Hawkins thing.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. What's the good of
You want to ask you to sing?
we're so gathered.
Here you go. What that guy said? And the Rocklands. Whoa.
Let's try it again.
All right. Where Janelle Wilson at? Shout out to him. You know who I want to hear singing this? Austin Lane. He would knock this out of the park. It'd be so smooth. Oh, say. Austin, I need you to do a cover on this. Austin Lane, Professor Austin Lane, A Lane. Shout out to Lady Eniza Lane. I can imagine Austin.
That's it.
That's why I be
And then here we
favorite
go.
singer.
Holy dove, come on and breathe. Do I love it?
That's Bobby's favorite singer.
Mine too. I ain't gonna lie. I want to hear him play and sing. Your favorite? I hope. Shh. I love it.
That was good. Cornell Gaskin.
Yeah. We're gonna
Right on cue.
get ready to. I want to share very quickly, because I know we have shared a lot of great dialogue today. I want to share this with you real quick. I'm gonna move to our priest lamp so we can get out of here.
You need some music, Doc? You need me to play for you?
No, I don't want no music today. 'Cause I want to hear this testimony real quick.
Okay, here you go.
So, so you see what I'm talking about, musician? You got to fire him. I don't want no music. I want to, over the weekend, I talked about victory in listening. Jesus says in Luke chapter 6, and I may have said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Luke chapter 6, verse 46, it starts off with Jesus saying, you call me Lord, Lord, but you don't listen to what I say. And then he says, he that listens to me is like he who comes to me, listens to me, take what I say and use it. He said, he is as a wise builder who builded his house who founded his house on a rock, and he digs deep, and that rock is Jesus Christ. And when the storm comes, it may in fact shake the house, but it won't destroy the house, versus somebody who does not listen to Jesus Christ is as a foolish builder who does not build his house on foundation, and when the storm comes, his house immediately ends up in ruins. Yeah, when you are a great listener, Jesus says you are a wise builder. So listening and building has to connect. If I'm listening, I'm listening because I want to build something. If I'm listening, I am as a wise builder who first realized that I can't build anything if I don't have, if I don't understand what I'm building on, if I don't understand what I'm building around, and all that good stuff. So I am a wise builder. I have great foundation. I have dug my foundation deep enough to hold what I'm building because I have listened to what God is saying. And in this season, you have to be paying close attention to the voice of God. God does not act the same way. He does not come in the same form. So you really have to stay tuned to what God is saying. I said all of that very quickly to get right to the meat of the matter. I want to share this testimony. I was in Providence, Rhode Island, and there was this guy that had he would make sure that I was taken care of, picked up from the airport, and make sure to take him to the hotel and back from the hotel to the church and blase blase. He shared with me after service that day that he used to work at this job, and I want y'all to hear me very clearly, because I want to talk about victory in listening to the voice of God in all forms, because God comes in different forms, and you have to just know that it's God. So even when you don't like it, you have to know that it's God and you have to obey the voice of the Lord. This guy talks about how he was at this job and there was a beautiful girl there, and she used to always call him, "Hey, sexy," like sexual chocolate, almost like the movie. And so one day he tells her, you keep calling me sexual chocolate. I'm gonna show you how sexual I am. And the girl was like, "Well, it ain't nothing. Just say the word." So, of course, they come together. And y'all know, because and so while he's in the midst of trying to get his freak on, I'm gonna put it like that. This is a true story. I cannot make this up. While he is trying to, I guess, go into this girl, he feels like hands. He feels something like a man's hand pulling him off of her. And he's like, "Man, wait your turn." Because he said it felt like it was somebody else pulling him back. He turns around, nobody's behind him. So again, he tries again, second time, and he feels something pull him off of her. He's like, "Man, wait, man, listen, wait." So third time, tries to get his freak on. And something, again, snatches him back. And he gets so tired of wrestling and all, he just says, "You know what, forget it, I can't do it." Walks out of that, wherever they were, don't know, he didn't tell me. And he says, 4 months later, Amber, he finds out that the girl he was trying to get with was HIV positive.
My God.
HIV positive. The same girl he wanted her bad that night. They was talking all that noise and got his ego stroked and got his feelings up, his flesh rising. HIV positive. And he said, had I not have paid attention to, I know that was the hand of God snatching me up out of that. Had I not have listened, had I not have paid attention, I wouldn't be married today. I wouldn't have kids today. I wouldn't have a wife today, because I would have been infected with HIV. Let me tell y'all something. You can keep ignoring the voice of God if you want to, and keep playing with your exit sign. When God speaks, he comes in different forms. We know that he came in a burning bush one time. He comes in every form. You have to recognize when God is speaking to you. And if you keep ignoring that, it could almost cost you your life, your ministry, your integrity. I promise you, I'm definitely not perfect. There's some stuff that I have done that would have cost me my entire life. And you don't want that to happen. This story blessed me so many times. I want to tell somebody that God is speaking to you. Listen. Listen to what he's telling you, because it could very well be saving your life as of right now, to stop you from getting into some stuff that will probably destroy you later. Listen to the voice of God. And that's my word today. There is victory in listening. Victory in listening to the voice of God. He that listens to God is as a wise builder who builds his house on a foundation. That rock is Jesus. He's the one. He's the only one. And when your life is founded upon Jesus Christ, Corinthians said there is no other foundation than that of Jesus Christ. So anything that you're building, if his name is not attached to it, not just his name, but if your life is not wrapped up in his, your house will fall. But when your life is founded upon the rock, which is Jesus Christ, your house may shake, but it won't crash. It's that. There's victory in listening, ladies and gentlemen. And that's my word for today, for our preach lamp.
Wow.
Thank God. There is victory. What song is that?
Jesus.
Oh yeah. Jesus,
there is victory. We sing that too. That's a good one too, man. You sent me that. I got hip to that from you. Jay Lindsay.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. I heard that before. Okay.
There's no failure.
Victory in listening. I'm telling you. Keep your ears open and uncluttered so that you can hear the voice of the Lord. In every situation, I got to be able to hear God. Speak to my heart, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
So, in every situation, so that you can know how to execute the situation, when to talk, when not to talk.
Yes.
It just comes from you really listening to God. So, you acting like Marcus now.
I missed him, man.
I
missed him, man. I had a Marcus moment.
Well, the clock on the wall says that is all. I want to thank you all for tuning in to our 58th episode of the Micah Lampkin Morning Show. And my co-host, Amber Elliott with 2 T's.
Yes, sir.
Levi 2 King.
Oh, yeah.
And again, don't forget to send in your, what does Amber think? Send it. That's the new name. Send in your questions, your comments, your concerns, whatever's on your mind. You don't have to be long and draw it out. Send it to me.
I got a question
at yahoo.com. Yep.
What do you do like on Valentine's Day if you're single on like Valentine's Day? Well,
when you answer that already?
Did we ask this already?
Right.
Yeah.
You single. You still single.
You find the next best thing and keep pushing. That's what you do. I want everybody who is single, go down to the Mississippi River, baptize yourself, and then go home.
It's just crazy.
I want you to hold on tight.
MeTooMusic.com/Chrissy.
And we're going out. And let me tell you something. We're going out with this last word. If you live right, you talk right, you walk right, you treat your neighbor right, and you love those that have despitefully misused you, heaven belongs to you. We leave with Stephen McCoy and Greater Purpose.
Yep.
Heaven belongs to you. See y'all next week for our 59th episode. Have a good weekend. Love you all.
Heaven belongs to you. GP sing the song. If you want right, prayer right, heaven belongs to you. Feel good to me if you live right, gotta stay right, heaven belongs to you. Gotta make heaven my home if you want right, sing. If you want right, talk right, come.
Lampkin Morning Show.
Michael Lampkin Morning Show.